everyone. So to keep track of your progress in strength from all of the workouts, we're going to be doing 4 separate movements that you can write down on the sheet I'm going to be providing, and you just keep track of reps or time depending on what the exercise is. You don't need any equipment, and hopefully just you get better, stronger at it the more you keep track of it. We're going to be running about every 4 weeks to see what your progress is. So first, I'm going to do push-ups. Why? Because they suck. So we're just going to get that over and done with. And then after the push-ups, we're going to be doing some leg stuff. We're going to be doing some core stuff. But yeah, it's going to be super, super quick. So if you haven't warmed up yet, I do suggest you do some shoulder circles, some arm circles, stuff like that. Just so that if you go right into the push-ups, you're not going to kill yourself here. If you have any neck or shoulder problems, then push-ups are a no-no for you. We're going to be doing chest press. I'll show you that real quick at the end. But do try and find the heaviest weights you have for the chest press, because we're trying to get that body weight reenactment without having to stress the neck and the shoulders. So for the push-ups first, I'm going to show you how to do it. You can choose to do it from the feet or the knees. If you go from the feet, your hips are going to be nice and flat. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, and you're going for depth, as low as you can go and as high as you can go. If you start arching the back like this, or tenting the hips, or you can only go down a little bit, that's not useful. You're trying to keep as many reps as you can do with proper posture. So right off the bat, if you're like, there's no possible way I'm going to get more than 1 or 2 push-ups from the feet, that's fine. You can just go from the knees. So it's the exact same posture if you're going from the knees and the feet with my hips. Try not to have those hips push back so that you're pushing that head towards the ground. In fact, your hips are forward quite a bit, because there shouldn't be any difference between the feet and a knee push-up in the hips. Everything else is the same. You're working on depth down and up. Try not to face plant. Try not to inchworm, collapsing the back. It's a nice straight spine, squeezing your glutes down and up. You're going to exhaustion. So this isn't our normal 8 reps, 10 reps, 15 reps. You go until you can't do it anymore, okay? And you write that down on the piece of paper. Second one we're going to be doing, you're going to need a wall. So these are going to be wall sits. You will need a timer or watch of some kind. Maybe you want to do it on your phone. But essentially, what you're looking at is on that wall, your feet are about hips distance apart, and I want you to slide down that wall until your knees are at a 90-degree angle, hips are at a 90-degree angle. You push your shoulders back into that wall, and you literally just sit here until you cannot anymore. It'll be 30, 45 seconds, a minute, maybe over a minute if you have lots of strength in the legs. To get out of it, you might just fall, if you fall gently, or you can just push back against the wall. That's wall sits. If there's any sharp pain in the knee, then I would suggest that you stop. But other than that, it's kind of like planks. You just go for as long as you possibly can. With planks, it's almost the exact same concept as push-ups. So you're going from the feet or the knees. If you cannot keep your core engaged with a plank from the feet, then I would suggest you just do it from the knees. You can, if you want, pop up and down from the feet to the knees in this one. It is timed. Just write it down. Say, I had to go down to my knees 2 or 3 times in this process, so that the next time you do it, you try to only go down 1 time to the knees. It's up to you. Essentially, you're going to be on your forearms. I'm just going to back up a little bit here. If you're going from your feet, make sure that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. You're squeezing your glutes, nice flat hips. There's no difference whatsoever from a foot plank and a knee plank with the hips. Generally, when we drop down the hips, we collapse. And now my belly and my hips are on the ground. That's not a plank. You do have to keep a nice straight spine, and the hips are off the floor. So essentially what you're doing is you're popping onto the feet or dropping down to the knees as needed. Hold for as long as you possibly can. The last one you're going to be doing is crunches or sit-ups. If you do have lower back pain of any kind, don't even try doing the sit-up. This is for your own safety first, then you work with strength. If you're going from the sit-up or crunch position, your knees are bent regardless, lying down on your back. You squeeze your glutes, core is active, feet are about hip distance apart. If you're doing just the crunch, belly button to spine, glutes contracted, hands behind your head. Try not to reef on your head when you're doing that crunch. So you're going to want to do this motion. What I'm asking for is elbows out nice and wide, and it's the heart itself. The heart is going up and down towards the ceiling. If you're doing the full-fledged sit-up, you might have to bring your feet out just a little bit more. We're not putting our feet underneath anything. So this is where that sit-up might be kind of difficult. Your arms going up towards the ceiling, and I want you to come up into that sit-up and then come back down. Come on, up, come back down. Up, come back down. You can do timed with sit-ups if you'd like. So what that means is you're trying to do a sit-up every 2 seconds for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Or you can simply do reps, where you're going as many reps as you can in the crunch or the sit-up until your abs give out on you and they burn and you can't do any more. And you keep track of that, and that's that. Okay? So it's just 4 simple exercises. If you cannot do the push-up, that's this one, going down and up. Grab as heavy weight as you possibly can. You're going to flip over onto your back, kind of like the sit-up position. Knees are bent, squeezing your glutes. Grab those weights nice and close because they should be pretty heavy. And then I want you to push those weights up towards the ceiling. Palms face each other. Once your glutes and your core is anchored to the floor, then you're going to let that elbow come down to the ground. It's a 90-degree angle in the elbow, and you push up from there. So you inhale when it comes down, exhale, push up. Inhale when it comes down, exhale, push up. Glutes are squeezed the whole time. With that one, again, depending on how heavy your waist it is, you're just going as much as you can until you feel you're quite fatigued, or it's dangerous in the sense that you're going to punch yourself in the waist. Okay, so do be careful with these movements. If you have any questions at all, definitely email me, contact me any way that you can to talk to me about it, and I'll modify anything that you might have, or maybe have a particular injury that you want to rectify without hurting yourself. I can give you a strength assessment that will help you improve without that initial pain that you might have. So hopefully having a great day, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.